All right, well, we are out here at the Freedom Factory for the second annual 2.4 hours of Les Mullets. So I've been fortunate enough to do all of these races. Freedom 500 1, 2.4 hours of Les Mullets, Freedom 500 2, and now this is 2.4 hours of Les Mullets 2. So we have Kevin as my teammate again. We got a pretty solid stacked field of drivers. This is gonna be awesome, man. I am super excited to do this race. There's a big improvement to the cars that'll be a total game changer this year. And yeah, so I'm really excited for that. Oh, here's our car. Me and Kevin almost won it last year. I led the race for a bit, then I was in second behind Bowman for the rest, conserved the car until Kevin got in, and then he got spun out 3 laps from the end. Led pretty much the whole race together, 3 laps from the end. Okay, the upgrade for the cars. Bucket seats. Dude, this is going to be life-changing. Oh, they are non-adjustable. Either way. Oh, and they took the passenger seat out. Let's see how this feels. This was the most difficult thing before, was the stock seats. You would just flop all over the place. You spent so much effort trying to hold yourself up. Last year, the last race, the last Freedom 500, I zip-tied pool noodles into the seat bolstering to make bolstering, and it worked really well, but the car I got was a dud. It shut off partway through the race and I had to switch to a backup. But this is gonna be, oh yeah, the seating position is great. Oh, this is so much better. I might have to take the pads out though. Should give me enough helmet room. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Man, this is gonna be a totally different race. We also have a different layout. Dude, that's wild. That's probably been in there for years. Oh, it's a flip, dude. Oh, wow. Woo, this is that hotness. I didn't even know how to work. We're keeping this as a good luck charm, dude. All right, so we got some stickers. The guy, Mr. Foms, who does my merch designs, super cool friend of mine, came out with, oh, he got, it's both of us. Oh my God, I love it. Dude, that's great. Nice. Look, a little nitrous bottle in the hat. He's so good with the details. The YouTube play button. Yeah, sorry, dude. We're painting our car to be the inverse of the Fieros because we know we're going to win them this time. So we got blue racing stripes. Me and Kevin still have to fight to the death over who goes first or second. Everyone wants to go second, but I like going first purely because you get it out of the way and you're not waiting. Turn. No, it's my turn to decide. You got to pick last time, even though I had seniority as having already done one of the races.
It's true, this is true.
So it's my turn. He has won the last one, so you would think he has seniority, but I think I have seniority. We gotta go to the driver's meeting. We'll figure it out.
Don't slingshot the restarts or he'll call you back. He'll put you in the back of the pack. Just so you guys know, the barrels in the corners have concrete in them. The rest are water, and the barrels in the corners have concrete.
All right, Cavano. I'm gonna relinquish going second for you.
Oh, okay.
You can go second.
Works for me.
In all honesty, it's a selfish move. I want to go first so I get it over with. I hate like waiting around knowing that you need to be ready to go. So it'll be nice to get it over with and I can kick back and watch and put all the pressure on his shoulders to finish it out. But the downfall is I have to take it real easy on the car like I did last time. I tried real hard to preserve it. Yeah.
Great spot. I kind of dropped the ball.
I preserved the car last time. I took it really easy. I didn't push. I just rode behind Bowman, and that's what I'm going to try to do this time. I might get a little aggressive, but I'm going to try to save as much of the car as I can for him. So he has tires and nitrous and everything left for the finish. So I'm jibber jabbering. Let's get these stickers on. All right, here's a look at the car. We got the stickers from Mr. Foms. Dude, he does a killer job on all the merch stuff. He didn't, like I said, he didn't tell me about this. They just showed up and he's like, have you got your mail yet? He didn't show me a design or anything. I thought it was super clever. Ah, I love it. So we got one there. We got KSR. We did blue and white racing stripes to be the inverse of the Fiero. I was gonna call it a Safiro. In case we win, hopefully, fingers crossed. And then we got this here, and then we got one on the trunk there. I think either way, this is gonna be a lot of fun because we now have the bucket seat. So I think that's gonna help tremendously. You can focus on racing and not focus on trying to keep yourself from flying into the passenger seat. B,
accurate.
Cavano here is setting up a comm system, so I will have a spotter and he will have a spotter. to tell me, hey, there's a guy about to pit maneuver you, watch out, or things of that nature. So we're doing this legit, boys. Should be fun. All right, well, we should have qualifying soon. I'm gonna have Kevin qualify because he's driven the most recently. He did the Ranger Danger race, so he's probably like the freshest on the track in the Slot B vehicle. And then I'll do the first stint, and then he'll do the second stint. So wish us luck.
All right, everybody, here we go. Go get him, Taylor.
Thank you. All right, guys, plan is, 1, we're in a seat. Very nice to be in a seat. Like a bucket seat. This is huge. We have not driven this layout at all. I haven't done a single lap on this layout, so that'll be interesting. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm gonna try to conserve the car. We didn't even turn the nitrous on for my stint. It's not.
Kevin had a problem with it being squeaky. How do I sound?
You sound fine to me. All right, guys.
Bringing it back. See you at the big end, boys. See you at the big end.
All right, boys. So we didn't qualify great. Kevin had some trouble with the car. I'm hoping it doesn't mean the car is not good. It's always so hard for me to get used to the Hans first try. Oh, this is gonna be chaotic. Oh, it feels so good to be in a bucket seat though. It's like night and day difference.
Wave to the fan. Keep the tires on it, keep the bumpers on it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to avoid the wrecks.
Going to green this time.
All right, so race starts are always pretty chaotic, but they're also when you can make up the most places. So I take one there, I take kind of a tighter inside line, everyone's on the same line, took advantage of taking that little bit lower line. Through here, too wide is definitely a little tight. Things get a little hairy, but I get good drive out of this turn. I'm following this guy, everything's going good, everything's going swell. I'm feeling good. I'm like, okay, let's take some more positions. So I'm like, let me take that inside line again. Here we go. Everything's good. And then he turns in and comes down. And I locked up the brakes and bumped him. And oh, God. Yeah, got a little bit of a rain shower there. Panic trying to find the wipers. So I kind of screwed myself there. I felt bad. I didn't want to take him out. I didn't want to take anybody out. It made me a little more cautious than normal after that because I felt bad because I bumped and pitted him. I was looking for the same move here, but thought better of it. So we had to take it pretty easy through this wet section just to feel it out. There's different grip from the concrete to the asphalt, so trying to play it safe through there, not just go spinning off like a Dumbo by myself. But I'm also trying to get up the road. I'm trying to get past people. So I see the number 1 go high, and I'm like, all right, this is it. This is my opportunity to take this little inside line I've been taking, and boom, job done, move made. Onto the slippery concrete, and we got the number 24 getting wild in front of us. So I try to stay out of trouble there, go wide, make sure that I don't get entangled in that. That's the worst thing you can do is come barreling up on someone out of control, and then all of a sudden they snap the direction you weren't planning. So now we're catching a slow lapped car, and we catch him at the worst possible time, right into the kidney. Now I could have barreled around him on the inside or the outside, but I wanted to play it safe. I tried to play the patient waiting game, and we're going to try to get by him when it's not a big risky opportunity, and boom, that opportunity comes to the next corner. Just cruise on by down the straight. So now we're in free air. Now we can really stretch our legs. We can run our own line. We're not running a line dictated by other people, and see what we can do, see what kind of pace we've got, see if we can close the gap to the people who are actually racing up ahead of us down the road. So we just got to start putting in the laps and see who we can catch and how quick we can catch them. So the next car up the road that we're trying to pass for position is old Cleeter. Now I know Cleeter's going to race me hard, but I know if he knows it's me, he's going to race me fair. But I've got to catch up to him. It's hard to tell who's a lapper, who's not, and that's where having the spotter was great. He did a killer job of letting me know who was who and what was what. Air is like air is leaking through the AC, and it's terrible.
If you can, like, turn it to aim it at your feet or something.
Yeah, good call. I don't think the guy behind me realizes I'm ahead of him. They're lapping him.
Pretty sure that's Diesel Day.
Oh, great.
Currently 6.
Not bad.
They must not. Gonna send the slow guys to the rear. The car right in front of you is already a lap down.
Got it.
Green this time.
So we get a pretty decent jump on the restart. However, we are stuck behind the 1776 car, which we know is a laps down, so we knew we needed to clear him quick, because if he's already laps down, he's likely a little slower than us. But old Cleeter, he wasn't playing it cautious. He wasn't playing the cautious game, just comes barreling through on the inside. So now we lose another position. I'm trying to make this back up, but I'm trying to do it in a safe way. You're going to hear me reiterate this. I tried to make all my passes without taking minimal risk. So we get the pass done, no big deal. Now it's time to get our boy clear. That number 48 car is in our sights. We're going for it. The center's still wet, but it's not too bad yet. So up ahead, we've got a mix of fast cars on the lead lap that we're trying to race for position, and lapped cars who are just kind of in the midst. So I'm just trying to hang back a little bit, make sure I don't get caught up in any bad action, and preserve the car as much as I can. I'm trying to play it safe, but I'm also trying to preserve the car. Minimal understeer, minimal oversteer, not working the tires too much so that we have tires left on it for the rest of the whole dang race, because it's a long one. So now we're caught up to the guys that we're actually racing. We got no one in sight behind us. We're not being pressured from behind at all. It's all about going and getting these guys and trying to battle them. Now, I know they're having a scrap, going through the mud. Boom, windshield gets covered in mud. That was a tough break for sure. Visibility got tricky, and I see them fighting, and my goal here is to pick up the scraps. Let them fight, let them spin each other out, be there when it happens to take action, to take advantage of the situation and take my pass and get by them while they're all squabbling. But they're doing pretty good. They're holding it together. Every time I think they're all done, right there, boom, I'm good. All right, gonna get a drive out of this corner, and it's not quite enough to go past down on the inside. I back out of it. I think better of it. I was, again, trying to play it safe, so some of these moves I definitely should have made stick and could have made stick, but I bailed out of them. You see Cleeter just full send. He's not holding back at all, and I'm like, okay, another opportunity. Ooh, understeer? Yeah, we got this. No, we don't. We don't get it. We don't have enough drive out of that corner to get them even when they're sliding. So what I'm trying to do in the follow here, one, this corner, I'm taking a tight line. You can see, I think it's Vaughn in front of me is doing kind of the same thing, but a lot of people were going wide there. And I would take a really tight line and try to get the car straightened up really early, and then straight line speed through the middle, and I'd have a lot of pace on people in that middle section, but I wasn't getting risky and passing people there. So yeah, it wasn't really helping me a whole ton, but it seemed like the right line. It seemed like the best line. It seemed easiest on the car, so I just kept doing it. Now when you come into this middle section, obviously it's wet on the concrete, pretty slick. Here, you cannot turn in this early. You pretty much have to wait until the car gets into the near dry to turn the wheel. If you try to turn the wheel early, boom, the back end just slides out. So that's what I was trying to capitalize on with the people I was trying to catch and pass. Basically, go in slow, let them go in fast, let them slide out wide, kill their momentum, and get good drive out of that corner to come by. All right, so we got Vaughn in front of us, Cleetus in front of him. It's real hard to get by people through here, so.
Leader, check out.
Trying not to take any huge risk.
How about those barrels getting close, folks? That might be
Do you know how many laps we've done?
So I don't think they're counting time, but you are currently 15 minutes into a 45-minute session.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to know.
The line you're in is all leaders. Slow cars are on the inside.
I thought we were going there. I was like, why is nobody going?
These guys are pumped and they're having a good time.
They're about out of barrels to hit, so coming to green this time.
So during this period, I was playing it a little too safe out of that corner. That whole goal of trying to not slide, I was waiting a little too long to get on the throttle, so I just couldn't get that drive out. You can see I got on throttle a little after them, but I still get a run on the inside, but I think better of it. I did not want what I did to Parker to happen. I don't want to spin them out. Now, if anyone's going to get hurt out of that deal of them coming down on me and not seeing me there on the inside, it's going to be them. They're just going to get pitted. But I don't like to race that way. I don't want to win that way. I don't want to take someone out of the race in general. But you got to get by him somehow. We have a much better run this time. We're alongside him. I know he can see me, so I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to my line, and boom, Vaughn tucks in behind us. Now we've got him on our tail, and we're trying to chase after the guys in front. Another mixed bag of lap people, not lap people, but it's mostly fast guys ahead of us that we're racing for position. So now we just got to get our head down, put the laps in, and see what we can do, see if we can catch him, see if we can pass him. So I've got the 21 car in my sights. He's being held up a little bit by the 357 car, 327 car. So I'm hoping I can take that opportunity to get by him. So again, trying to get good drive out of here. I watch him slide. And my whole goal is to not slide for this reason. You saw that slide killed all his momentum, and now I had way more drive coming down the long straightaway. Now, he outbraked me a little bit, but he kind of outbraked himself. So I go down the inside, I'm sticking to it, he's next to me. Oh, he's still there, I'm trying to hang on to it. But the inside turns into the outside, which turns back into the inside, and we are side by side coming out of this turn. I get better drive again. And we've got a clear run down the straight. Boom, another one done. Another pass out of the way. So now we're coming up to the 327 car. Gotta see if we can dispatch him quickly. But we've got to do it in the right place. Make the move in a safe scenario. Again, that's key here. Get past, get as many positions as we can, but take minimal risk doing so. And especially in that middle section, it is slick. It is wet. One wrong turn, one bad bump, and you are going around. So we're looking to the inside. We don't have a run for this one on the inside, but we just got to play the waiting game, be a little patient, watch where he's weak, see where he's making mistakes, and usually out of here was where I was trying to get people. Because if they slid, as you saw, I could just not slide, get on throttle a little later, and get good drive down the straightaway and cruise right by him. So that's just a lap car that we both went by. So a couple laps go by, I'm getting a little antsy, I look down the inside, I think I've got a run, I know he doesn't see me though, and I back out of it. It's not worth it, I'm not going to take him out. So we come through here, we come down and do the same thing. This time, I change my strategy a little bit. I don't go for the pass, I try to get good exit, dive in here, watch him slide, that snapback kills all his momentum, and boom, we're right through. Easy as that. You got to be a little patient. You gotta be a little reserved, but you just wait for them to make the mistake. Make sure you don't make the mistake, and then you can cruise on by. So now we're catching up to a lap car again, and right here I should have just gone right around them. I should have stayed in it, but I'm trying to wait for him to make the same mistake. And what do you know? He makes the same mistake. Boom, we go down the inside, we've got the run, we've got the speed because we didn't make the mistake, and we're on through. So now we're back in the hunt of old Cleeter. We can see him in our sights. He's right there, right up the road. All we gotta do is close the gap on him and then try to pass him. So we're kind of in a minefield at the moment. We've got cars that are spun and we've got lap cars we're trying to pass. You can still see old Clear right up there, but he's already got past the lap cars. Now I have to get past the lap cars to be back to chasing him. So my goal is to get back at him as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, and as safely as possible. So we get one move done, one move out of the way. Car's still down on the inside. Luckily I have my spotter to tell me that. You saw me turn back out of it. That was mainly because he told me. So we've caught our next lap car, and we're just going to play our same strategy, hope he makes a mistake, and what do you know, he does. It's that simple. That little of a tail slide is all it takes, because this is the longest straight section on the track. This is where you need the most speed and the most momentum. So if you kill your speed coming out of that last turn, it's over. So we just kind of wait for people to do that. We're catching back up to Cleater. I don't know if you can tell, but the visibility is not ideal with the mud on the windshield, and it's especially bad on the infield. So now we're lapping another car. That one's pretty easy, but now we've got a quick lapped car. Now these were tricky because, one, they're quick. You can't just breeze past them, but they're slow enough to where they're holding you up. Two, the other problem is they think they're racing you. They have no idea that you're just lapping them. So he goes high. I think we'd be fine and get a run, but he actually maintained pretty good speed for going that high. Now, since he thinks we're racing him and this is fourth position, he takes the inside line, blocks the inside line. And if they sit on the inside line, it is tough to get past because you have low visibility through here. It's pretty loose. It's barely 2 cars wide. You got to ask yourself, do I trust this guy to know I'm there in the first place? And 2, if he knows I'm there, to not just run me out of road and then I go flying off into the mud. So it's a tricky balance to try to get by, because the last thing you want to do is try to lap a car and then just take yourself out. So I looked towards the inside. I should have stayed committed because he saw me, I would assume, and stayed wide. So he left me room on the inside, but I didn't take it. I didn't want a reverse situation where I have to lock up the brakes and spin them. So I played it safe. I played it conservative. We'll try to get by him again. Now, he goes back down on the inside line, but then he washes wide. So I try to take advantage of that. I've got a good run, but I back out of it yet again. So this is where I always, after these races, the team races, where we have another stint to do, I wish I pushed harder. I get so focused on that mindset of preserve the car, don't take risks, because this is only half of the race. You can't win the first half of the race. It does not matter if you're first in the first half. You could be last in the first lap of the second half and it's over. So I'm trying to do that, but it gets a little frustrating. I get a little impatient and I say, okay, we're just going to send it around the outside because that becomes the inside. We do our little trick, getting good drive as he washes out, and the move's done. Could have been done a few laps ago if I would have just gone for it. In hindsight, should have taken some more risks, but the goal is to put us in a good position for the second half of the race, because that is where the results are, and I know Kevin can take it home in the second half if I can just give him a good car, because you see a lot of people, you're watching them, and they're tearing through their tires. They're beating on the car. They're using their nitrous. They're doing everything they can in this half, and don't get me wrong, I want to do that too. I really do. Like, that's the fun part. I hate having to play it safe and tame myself, but it's a team race. And I also don't want to ruin the car or ruin our chances of winning and then, screw Kevin, my teammate. So that's the other factor to it. If this was a solo race, you'd be seeing a lot wilder, a lot looser of attacks here. But we're trying to get by these lap cars. We can see Cleetus. He's getting through them, and it's just we've got to get through the lap cars and get up to Cleetus. But every time he gets through, I get stuck behind the lap cars because I'm not taking any huge risks. So it's just this spring slinky effect. So we've got a good run down the inside on these lap cars. I think we're gonna make it, but got some good speed on the straight. So try to go down the inside, thinking of it. Does he see me? All right, you know what? We're gonna stay in it. He's got to see me by now. We go side by side. He's fighting it back. He is not giving it up, even though we're lapping him. and luckily, again, the outside turns to the inside, and we're good to go. We get a good drive, and we're out of there. I should have been doing that the whole time. I should have been passing through there the whole time, but it felt risky. So anyway, we are back behind cleetus. All we got to do is catch him before he goes through more lap cars and puts more lap cars between himself and myself.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. That's right where you need to be, right behind here.
Are all of the cars up here on the lead lap or no?
Technically, you're running third, but those cars, I wouldn't call them slow.
Got it. So someone's a lap down up here.
Correct. They're both a lap down, but they're not slow.
Got it.
Green flag this time.
So this is one of those situations that playing it safe really put me in more jeopardy than it saved me from. Now I've got someone on my outside and someone closing in behind. I've let these people get away while I'm trying to lap, but again, this is a fast lap car between me and cleetus, and it's tough to get by the fast lap cars because you got to pass them just like they're not lap car. So I was playing it safe. I played it too conservative, and now I've got someone hot on my tail for position. So I've got a lap car in front of me, not for position. I just need to get by him. I need to clear him. But now I've got someone behind me, and this is one of the worst feelings in racing when you're trying to get by someone and that's slowing you down, and then you've got someone breathing down your neck because of it, and it's just you just feel boxed in between a rock and a hard place. So I looked down the inside. It was never going to happen. I mean, it could have happened if I stayed in it. Should have gone around the outside here, but I didn't. I'm trying to wait for my move, so he gets a little squirrely coming out of here, but his car has got some decent power in it seems, because even with him getting squirrely, I still wasn't able to get a run on him. So my signature security safety move was just not working. It wasn't cutting it. I needed to try something different, but I'm trying to play the team game here, and is it worth the risk? Is one position worth the risk? And again, it's not even for position. Cleetus is right up there. That's for position. This isn't even for position. So do I risk it? Do I risk getting spun around and going to the back just to get past this one car so this other car doesn't get past me? So he goes wide again. I'm like, all right, we got it this time. He sees me. I get nervous. I back out of it. I don't know if he sees me. He saw me. I should have stayed in it, but I didn't. And now we're stuck back behind him again. So I try to wait. He gets a little wobbly. I think this is it. Not it. He gets good drive off the corner again. So this is what's a struggle. If they get good drive off that corner, you got to take a risk to pass them. If you can wait for them to not get good drive, but if they're consistently getting a good drive out of that corner, you're kind of screwed. And I have a much faster line through here, and I have to let off of it because of the way he comes through here. So where I could be quicker, I'm slower, and then where I need to be quicker to pass him, he's plenty quick. So this is what can be hard about racing. If they're fast in the right spots, it doesn't really matter if you're fast in the other spots because you can't get by them. In this case, I could, but again, I'd have to take big risks to do it. So I noticed in front of him that cleetus is slowing down a little bit. I'm like, oh man, we're catching cleetus now. And I think his tires are starting to go. You know, he's been pushing hard for a lot of laps now, and I see it like this is going to be my opportunity if I'm going to get him. So the lapped car goes through, I send it, but I know cleetus is not backing out of it. So we're side by side. I get into the dirty side of the track, and the car just understeers. I thought I was going straight off. We gather it back up, but now we've got the 21 hot on our tail again, and we still haven't got cleetus. So we're defending from the 21 while trying to catch up to cleetus. So I'm like, I've got cleetus in my sights, right? We know we can make this happen. We're catching him. We're a little quicker than him. We got to make this work. We got to get by him because now he's the one backing us up into the 21 car. So as you can see, I'm playing it safe again. I got a better run into that corner. Could have sent one around the outside, but I didn't. I backed out of it. And then there, I got a little too greedy, tried to get on throttle early and slid. Now I've got 21 passing me. And I told my spotter, he told me he was there, and I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We're coming down to the last 10-15 minutes here. It's not worth, you know, wrecking the car to fight him off. I'll get him back later. That's my plan. You know, he got by me now, but we'll get him back later when we have a good opportunity to do so, and we're not risking it for the biscuit. The biscuit is not available yet. The biscuit is available in the end session. So, whew, we went from trying to gain a place, trying to get up into second, now we're down to fourth. So that was definitely a little bit of a buzzkill. Try to make that back up. So we're in a nice little train here. These are always the most fun when you're just bumper to bumper, running with people, just trying your best. So we come up on traffic, and now everyone, it's just fighting. And I'm trying to do the same thing I was trying to do earlier, pick up the scraps. So I'm watching them, boom. Cleetus goes wide because the 21 car's on the inside. Now I've got to run on Cleetus, so picking up the scraps, let them fight, boom, 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 make my move. So we got to run down to the inside. Cleetus breaks late, but we've got the inside line now. We got plenty of room. We got to get past this car, though. Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, we just get by him. And in the meantime, he blocked Cleetus for us. So now we've put a lap car between ourselves and Cleetus, like he had that little buffer this whole time. So now we're in a little better spot. We're back up to third. But we got to get by the 21 car to get ourselves back up to second, and we're back to more lapped cars. The 22 is hanging with us, but he is not for position, so he's getting lapped, or he's lapped as well. We're lapping another car, the 1776 car. This time I try to brave it around the outside, but I think better of it. I back out of it. I didn't want to get into a tangle, and if I had just stayed in it, we could have had it. Now, look behind us. We got Vaughn and Cleetus on our tail because I backed out of it. Goes back to that playing it safe, doing more harm than good, because now we're getting rear-ended by Cleetus because I tried to play it safe and not put myself in a risky situation. Like, makes no sense. Now Cleetus sends it down the inside. Vaughn follows him through. Now we're back down to like 5th place, I think. Still haven't got past the lap car. So lost 2 more positions and haven't got past the lap car. Luckily, Cleetus gets stuck behind the lap car just long enough for us to get a run down the inside. Now we're following Vaughn through here. And are we going to make it stick? Cleetus is going door to door with us. Oh, we just get ahead of him in time. So now I got to brake early, get turned in nice and slow, and then get good drive out of here. You can see Vaughn takes it wide. At the end, it kind of equals out to about the same. You can see we kind of end up at about the same gap with him going wide and me doing slow in, fast out. But we catch him in this turn. This was my strong suit, coming through that turn, getting good speed through here. It was a little hard to utilize my line with the mud. That area after the concrete just there literally got to the point where it was inches of mud. So I mean, this became a partial rally course, and when I say it was slick there, I'm talking real slick. So Vaughn is trying to go around the outside of the lap cars, and what does that do? That brings us back into play, gives us an opportunity to go for it. I look around the outside, see if I can do it. He's sliding. All right, this is it. This is my chance. No, Vaughn's a drifter. Vaughn pulls that into control, nice and quick, and gets good drive off the corner anyway. But we are hot on his tail. So can we make it down the inside? We don't have a lot of room to go on the inside and keep momentum. He's going by the lap car. We need to get by the lap car with him. We cannot afford to let him get by the lap car and us not get by the lap car. So now the lap car is pushing him wide because he tried to send it on the inside. Now we got to take it. We got to take that opportunity to go down the inside. We're coming up on being 3 wide. Not quite enough speed. But can we go down the inside? Now Vaughn's stuck behind the lap car. As you can see, my little strategy did not work. I thought we were in the clear. Vaughn was stuck behind the lap car. Lap car was going to yield. Lap car didn't yield. Lap car went for it. Vaughn went for it. We ended up 3 wide, and I ended up getting past because I was playing it too safe. Now I've got the lap car. Oof, just missing my rear bumper. Going for it, man. He was not taking it easy. But it's all good. We're back to behind Vaughn. Lap car in front of us that's quick enough to not hold us up too much. I just got to get by Vaughn while he's getting by the lap car. I've got to take advantage and seize this opportunity to get by Vaughn, get my position back. We are down in 4th place currently, and I would like to get one more position up. But we run out of time.
It felt like a long time. Barely any cautions. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You all did a really good job.
Try to bring something to clean the windshield. It's really dirty, like impossible to see in the intersection. If Kevin was complaining before, he's not gonna be happy. All right, guys, well, that was fun. Played it conservative. Tried to keep the car together. Tried to not get spun out or something. It's just not worth it. Like right now, we're just at the halfway point. For Kevin, it's worth it to take risks to get into position. But even if we got into first, then you still got to hold on to it.
They're staging you on the back straightaway, so you're going to catch the field to get to the kidney bean. Stay straight.
Oh, I'm hot.
What he's doing. He's supposed to be up there.
Hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Oh, thank you. It was fun. It was fun.
Is it hot at all?
No, seems fine. I didn't use the AC much even during the cautions. I've got it on right now. I'll turn it off. All right, race is starting. Kevin's in 4th. I think we're in a real good spot because I conserved the car, the tires, everything about the car. No nitrous. So he should have a car that's pretty solid, where a lot of other cars I think are worn out. So he should have a solid car and he can actually use it now. So hopefully he just plays it easy in the first half and then really starts going for it at the end. I've got faith in old Kevin. He knows what he's doing. So let's see how this goes. Get on it, Kevin. Get on it. Go, 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 go. Son of a biscuit. Oh no, oh no. I'm already touching. Oh, that's not good. Oh, he just got squeezed out. That's it. Back in the business. This is so stressful. Watching a race you could win. Oh. All right. See, already up to 3rd. We got a dip 21. Kurt Busch is going away, or whoever's in that car. Oh, that's right. That's my boy, Kevin. That's my boy. Like I said, he can really use the car now. He needs to play it safe through here. It's wet. Oh gosh, he did it. I knew he was going to do that. I meant to explain that to him. Alright, well, Kevin's in first. He just passed Kurt Busch. He's going to lap this car though. Don't take big risks, Kevin. Oh my god, no! Why? You're getting lapped! Now it's Kevin, Kurt Busch, and Kevin, Kurt Busch, so Kevin is holding off 2 NASCAR drivers. Yes, Kevin, use this. Dude, this is so hard to watch. Bowman's definitely got him covered. Bowman just needs to get a good drive out of that last turn. They don't get him. That's a good point. No!
Well, Taylor, 3rd again.
We tried. You did killer.
I think we got the crowd favorite win.
I think I probably gained 30 years of my life watching that race. It's so stressful to watch a race you could win.
Yeah.
You did good though, dude. Killer
Awesome.
driving.
It was awesome.
Killer. We are a great team.
Yeah.
We work well together. I save the car, play it safe, try to keep him in a good position with a good car. Everyone else burns their car out, and then he's got a good car.
Yep,
Kills
it was so much fun.
You guys can't be mad about that. You got
No, that was awesome.
Fun by Kurt Busch. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a
No,
thing.
it was
Knew
awesome.
coming, but
Yeah, I saw
when
it
he
coming.
bumped me, I bombed the brakes to try to whoa him up. And I'm like, if I can get this straight, we'll just drag race to the finish. But he got me sideways enough, and then I was in the grass by the time I gathered it up. It was freaking awesome. Sounds like it's wounded.
Thank you for having us again.
Yeah, man. Taking off all of our junk out of the-
I gotta do a tour of the car. It is crazy how much abuse these cars take. The car was pretty mint when I was done with it. Kevin, not so much. The mirror's gone. Hey, this thing did not have any of this when I gave it to you. All right, well, bummer we didn't get the win, but it's one of those things. You can't be mad about it. It's fun. It's all fun and games. We're just here to have fun, and I had a blast, man. That was such a fun race. Like, it was so fun. It was that layout. I'm losing my voice. Everything about it was a blast. We had a good time. Kevin did a killer job. I had fun. I wish I would have pushed a little harder just to have a little more fun, but I wanted to play it safe. I didn't want to risk it. So off go the Fieros. Huge shout out to Cleetus for having us out for these races, race after race, and hosting these. They're an absolutely amazing time. So I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Bye.